Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Facebook Live and YouTube Live, sponsored by the Danville Church-based tutorial program. My name is Mrs. Waller, and we're going to be talking about a suffix. A suffix is a word part added to the end of a base word. Suffix usually changes the meaning of a word. Let me give you an example. Suffix, full, and os means full of. The suffix less means without. Joy plus full is joyful, full of joy. Danger plus us is dangerous, full of danger. Hope plus less equals hopeless, without hope. Let's add a suffix to the base word to complete the following sentence. We're going to use the suffix full, us, less. Remember, use what makes sense. Michael took a painful fall when he tripped over the branch. Michael took a painless fall when he tripped over the branch. Michael took a painless fall when he tripped over the branch. Now, which one makes more sense? Michael took a painful fall when he tripped over the branch. Very good. Very good. Full and less, and ness. What is a suffix? By Brian P. Clary. Illustrations by Martin Gagne. Suffixes are word parts that are tacked onto a word. You'll find a suffix in the end of farmer and preferred. The ER part of farmer speaks to someone who is doing, like the baker who is baking or the viewer who is viewing. Names of jobs might end this way for certain words like teacher, painter, skater, baker, waiter, speaker, driver, preacher. The root word is the main word, as in paint or skate or teach. The suffix is the letter that we see in the back of each. Both ed and ing are suffixes you'll find in words like danced and dancing, designing and design. Tion is a suffix, adds on to an action. You'll find it in deletion, celebration, and subtraction. Ous means full of. It's a suffix that can tell us if people are harmonious or dangerous or zealous. Ful means full of too, like powerful or truthful, colorful or painful, also beautiful and youthful. When ly is the suffix, you typically will tell the way an action happens, as in quickly, loudly, yell. Suffixes might tell us that a thing or a person's able, like good things that raceable, she's writing on the table. NESS often shows a certain quality, like awkwardness and happiness and kindness, to name 3. Suffixes are around. Just look and you will see words like Jewish, backward, bluish, fastest, slippery, hairy, scary, voluntary, neighborhood, advisement, fearless, tearless, painful, ouch, creation, advertisement. Knowing lots of these can build an excellent foundation and play a larger role in your amazing education. A suffix is a word part that is added to the end of a base word. A suffix usually changes the meaning of the word. Example, the suffix able means able to be. So if we said pass plus able equals passable, able to pass. See what I mean? The suffix meant means the act of, okay? So move plus meant equals movement, the act of moving. All right, let's do one more. Ness, state or quality of. Kind plus ness, kindness, the state or quality of being kind. A suffix is a word part that is added to the end of a base word. A suffix usually changes the meaning of the word. Let's give you an example. The suffixes er, or, and ist mean a person who. A person who. I'll say it again. It means a person who. Okay? Paint plus er equals painter. A person who paints. Invent plus or equals inventor. A person who invents. Tour plus ist equals tourist, a person who tours. So you understand that? All right. Let's continue to divide the base word from the suffix. If I gave you the word checker, the base word is check. The suffix is er. If I gave you the word artist, the base word would be art, the suffix ist. Let's use these words in sentences to see how they sound. Number one, I work at a supermarket. Who am I? You are the checker. I create paintings and sculptures. Who am I? An artist. Very good. So see how easy that is? A suffix is a word part that is added to the end of a base word. A suffix usually changes the meaning of the word. Here's another example. The suffix er means more. Small plus er equals smaller. More small. The suffix est means most. Small plus est equals smallest, most small. So you see, we have smaller, smallest, coming from small. Okay? All right. Still, there's so much more to learn. That's all for today, though. See you next time.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mr. Waller. Welcome to Facebook Live, sponsored by the Danville Church-based tutorial program. Today, we're going to be working with prime and composite numbers. So before we get started, let's take a look at this video.
Prime and composite numbers. Prime numbers and composite numbers are natural numbers. Their factors are natural numbers too. Natural numbers just means the counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. No negative numbers and no fractions. All whole numbers greater than 1 can be classified as either prime numbers or composite numbers. Let's start by finding out what a prime number is. We say that a prime number has only two factors, 1 and itself. And we can also say that a prime number can be evenly divided by only two numbers, 1 and itself. So we know that the only way to multiply up to a prime number is to say 1 times the number itself. Let's take an example. The number 3. Is it a prime number? To find out, I say to myself, what numbers can be multiplied together to give me 3? Well, I can say 1 3 is 3, or 3 1s are 3. There is no other way to multiply up to 3 using natural numbers. If you prefer, you can use division. 3 divided by 1 is 3, or 3 divided by 3 is 1. I cannot use any other number to divide up 3. I can't use 2 because I get a remainder, 1 left over. You can see the only factors of 3 are 1 and 3 itself. This makes 3 a prime number. You can use multiplication or division to help you find prime numbers. It's up to you which you choose, but always write down your math thinking like I did. Your teacher is going to give you some numbers and tell you to decide whether each one is a prime number or a composite number. So first, let's try an example together. 8. Say to yourself, what numbers can be multiplied together to give me 8? We know 1 8 is 8, but can we do it without using the factors 1 or 8? We can use 2. 2 4s are 8. The factors of 8 are 2 and 4, as well as 1 and 8 itself. 8 has more than 2 factors, so 8 cannot be a prime number. If it isn't a prime number, what is it? Have you worked it out already? This program is about prime numbers and composite numbers. If a whole number greater than 1 is not prime, then it must be composite. Let's give it a definition. A composite number has more than 2 factors, like we just saw with our example of 8. I think you've got this. My last example is a very special number, 2, the first even number. Is it prime or composite? Say to yourself, what numbers can be multiplied together to give me 2? 1 2 is 2, or 2 1s are 2. There is no other way to multiply up to 2. 2 has 2 factors, 1 and 2 itself. So that means 2 is a prime number. The cool fact I want you to get about 2 is that 2 is the only even prime number. Every even number can be divided by 2. So any time you are given an even number, you can always say that 2 is going to be one of the factors. And that means every even number higher than 2 is always a composite number. Remember, a prime number has exactly 2 factors, 1 and the number itself, and a composite number has more than 2 factors. Now it's your turn to practice with prime and composite numbers. Remember to prove your answer by showing your math thinking just like I did. Have fun exploring prime and composite numbers.
Okay, we have a numbers chart from 1 to 100. And once again, remember the number 1 is neither prime nor composite because it has only one set of factors and both factors are 1. So we will just cross it out. The number 1 we will cross out. Cross it out with an X. Okay, now we're going to go through 2 through 100. The number 2 is a prime number because the only factors are 2 times 1. So we will mark it with a red marker. And that is the only even number that you will see that will be a prime number, the number 2, because the only factors it have are 2 and 1. The number 3 will be a prime number. Once again, 2 factors, 3 and 1. 4, we can do 1 times 4 or 2 times 2. So that would be a composite number because it has more than one factor. And we would do the composite numbers in circles. The number 5 is a prime number because it has exactly 2 different factors, 5 and 1. The number 6 is a composite number. The factors are 1 times 6 and 2 times 3. So we will put a black circle around it. The number 7 is a prime number. It has exactly 2 different factors, 7 and 1. No other numbers can go into it. The symbol of a square. Then down here we would do the black as a circle. All composite numbers will be circled. The number 8 will be a composite number. We can do 8 times 1 and 2 times 4. The number 9, 1 times 9, 3 times 3. It is a composite number because it has many factors. The number 10 is a composite number. We can do 1 times 10 and 2 times 5. 11. 11 is a prime number because it has exactly 2 different factors, 11 and 1. And also, to make this a little bit quicker, as you look at any even number except for the number 2 will be composite numbers. So any number that is in the ones place that ends in a 2, a 4, or 6, or 8, or 0, or even numbers, these are even numbers. So all these numbers would be considered composite numbers. So we will go ahead and circle all the even numbers right now. And that means that all these numbers can be divided by 2. 12 divided by 2 gives you 6. So we would circle 22, 32, so we have already eliminated, gone through half of the numbers already. So now let's continue with number 13. 13 is a prime number because it only has 2 factors, 13 and 1. The number 15, and also 2, we can remember that any number other than 5, any number other than 5 itself, are all composite numbers because we can divide all these numbers by 5 and get an exact number and no remainder left over. So if I do 15 divided by 5, I will get 3. 25 divided by 5, I get 5. 35 divided by 5, I get 7, and so forth. So we will go ahead and put a black circle around all these numbers in the 5s. Okay, let's go to 17. 17 is a prime number because the only numbers you can get from it are 17 and 1. 19 is a prime number, 1 and 19. No other numbers go into it. Let's go over here to 21. 21 is a composite number, 1 times 21 and 3 times 7. So we will put a black circle around 21. 23 is a prime number. The only factors that go into 23 are 1 and 23. Let's go over to 27. 27 is a composite number. 1 times 27 and 3 times 9. 29 is a prime number. 1 times 29. No other factors. Okay, students, I hope you enjoyed the video on prime and composite numbers as well as the number chart. So we look forward to seeing you on Thursday. Have a great day.